Welcome, second graders. Today we are going to be talking about different ways we can spice up our narrative writing using different descriptive language techniques. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is using adverbs when we are writing or talking. So adverbs are different words that we use to describe verbs, to make them more understandable, to make them more clear. So, if I were to say, I walked to the market yesterday, a more descriptive way I could say that would be, I briskly walked to the market yesterday. Here we have briskly highlighted in yellow so that you know that is the adverb I am using. Next, we have adjectives, which are very similar to adverbs because they are words that we use to describe nouns, which, just as a refresher, nouns can be a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. Okay? So another example we have, the sun was in the sky. A better way, a more descriptive way to say this would be, the bright, glittering sun was in the crystal blue sky. I really went crazy here with the adjectives. Here they are highlighted in yellow again, and I'm using them to describe both the sun and the sky. All right, those are the first two uses of descriptive language that we are going to cover. Now, we're going to take a break for a second and try it out. I want you to read these sentences and figure out a few different things you could do with them. The trees were covered in snow. I slid down the hill. My jacket was keeping me warm. These are all perfectly fine sentences, but I think there are even better ways to say them using descriptive language. Why don't you take a second, think about it, and then I'm going to take some volunteers to give me some adjectives and some adverbs that we could use in these sentences to make them even better. But wait, there's more! Not just adjectives and adverbs, but also word choice. We're going to talk about word choice. Word choice when we are using narrative writing means that we are going to think about the words we use. We're going to try to make them meaningful and we're going to try to make them exciting and descriptive. So we are going to pick words that sound more exciting, more accurate, and descriptive, just as the slide says. So here is a great example. I ate the biscuits by the fireplace. A more descriptive way we could say this using selected word choice would be, I gobbled the crumbly shortbread biscuits on the cozy hearth. So we have some vocab words in here. Hearth is a tricky word. It's another word for that area right in front of the fireplace, a very cozy, warm area. And another word that we used for ate. Instead of ate, I said gobbled, because that is a more descriptive way of telling somebody, you ate something, you put it in your mouth, you chewed it up, and you swallowed it. I gobbled it, I ate it fast, I ate it hungrily. In this sentence, we also used some adjectives. Crumbly shortbread biscuits on the cozy hearth. That makes our writing more exciting and more engaging for readers. Next, we have sensory language. Remember, when we're using sensory language, that means we are using language that uses the five senses. So we're describing what it feels like, what it sounds like, what it smells like, what it looks like, and what it tastes like, if that is what we are talking about. Something that you could eat. All right. Now we have some more examples. We're going to take a second, read through these sentences. Oh, our second sentence doesn't have punctuation. That's my mistake, boys and girls. Okay. The pile of gifts under the tree was big. Our wooden floor made noise at night. The wind was cold and smelled nice. So here in these examples, I want you to take a few minutes, think about how you could spice it up using word choice and sensory language. And then we're going to take some volunteers. All right, we have gone over 4 separate parts of descriptive language. We've gone over sensory language, word choice, adjectives, and adverbs. Now, for the final event, the audio diary log entry. Woohoo! So, this is our activity for today. We are going to practice using descriptive language, okay? We are going to use it while we talk about something very special, our favorite day of the year. So step 1, we're going to brainstorm and choose just one favorite day of the year. It could be any day. It could be your birthday. It could be the first day of school. It could be the last day of school. It could be Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, one of the days of Hanukkah. Anything you want. I just want you to pick one specific day that really speaks to your heart, that you love, you can't wait, you are very excited about. Step 2, you're going to take some notes, okay? I want you to just write down in your journals what makes it so special. Why is it your favorite day of the year, okay? What is it usually like on that day? Do you get up early? Do you get to sleep in? Do you go outside? What is that day to you? And our third step, you are going to use our computers to create an audio diary log entry describing that day. So you are going to go from morning to night. Just go through that day and you're going to describe it using descriptive language. All 4 different types of descriptive language we talked about. Use all 4 of them, okay? Remember to give it a little pizzazz. Make it exciting, make it creative. Use your imagination. Really get into the mindset you have on that day. And after this, you're going to give your audio recordings to me, and I will use a checklist rubric to check them for you, just to make sure that you really understand descriptive language and how to use it. And then we're going to have a quick question and answer checking session to make sure that you are definitely not going to forget how to use descriptive language in your narrative writing, because we are going to actually write something later on in this unit that I want you to use descriptive language for. So while you're on the computers, we have another link to a website up here. I'm going to write it on the board so that you can see it very clearly. If you need a refresher, if you don't feel like asking me, if you feel like doing a little more research on your own for descriptive language, you can go to this website. I will put it on the board once again, and you can look at it. You can scroll through and see the kinds of ideas they have. Okay, I think that's just about everything. I am ready for you to get started. So I want everybody to sit and brainstorm, and we will move forward from there.